Namaste. Welcome to this practice of Dharma Yoga Level 1. Just finding yourself now at a comfortable stand at the top of your mat, hands in prayer, feet pressing into the earth, setting your intention for this practice. We will begin by warming up the body first through one round of Surya Namaskara. Whenever you're ready, slowly lifting the arms up and over your head. Exhaling, reaching the hands down towards the floor, Uttanasana. Inhaling halfway up, exhaling to fold, stepping your right foot back, right knee down, low lunge, left foot back to high plank, knees, chest, chin, cobra, inhale, downward facing dog, exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stepping your right foot forward, left knee down, left foot forward to meet the right, fold over, all the way up, inhale, hands to prayer, exhale. Same again on the other side, arms up, inhale, exhaling to fold. Stepping your left foot back this time. Right foot back to high plank. Exhaling knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Namaskara. Bhujangasana, inhale. Adho Mukha Svanasana, exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot forward, right knee down. Right foot forward to meet the left. All the way up, inhale. Hands to prayer, exhale. And again, arms up, inhale. Exhaling to fold, Uttanasana. Hang here in Uttanasana, deep forward fold. Allowing the upper body to hang heavy, dangling towards the floor. And then step your right foot back, right knee down, low lunge. Step your left foot back to high plank, lowering knees, chest, chin. Cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lifting left foot up, left leg up, inhale. Stepping it forward for Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Both feet planted firmly on the floor, reaching your arms up as you inhale. Exhaling to sink the hips, the thighs, deeper, closer to the floor. Both hips facing forward. Then opening up to Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, facing the right side of your mat. Both arms stretching in two opposite directions. Drishti, focus on the middle finger of your front hand. Lowering the left elbow down, right arm up and over, Uddita Parshva Konasana, extended side angle stretch. Whole right side of the body stretches here. Lowering your right hand down, right knee down underneath the hip. Left hand to left hip, inhale the right arm up. Exhale, bringing the right hand over the left knee, looking over your left shoulder, Paravitra Parshva Konasana. Coming into a twist here, hooking the right elbow over the left knee for a deeper variation. You can also lower your right hand down outside of the left foot, left arm reaching up towards the sky. Placing the hands down, stepping back to high plank, inhale. Lowering Chaturanga Dandasana, low plank. Cobra, Bhujangasana, or upward facing dog, thighs off the floor, arms straight. Exhaling back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Again, trying to bounce your head closer to the floor. Opening up, broadening the upper chest here. Inhale, lifting the right foot, right leg up this time. Stepping forward to Virabhadrasana, Warrior 1 on the other side. Arms up, inhale. Finding your depth as you exhale. Opening up to Warrior 2 here, facing the left side of your mats, Virabhadrasana 2. So right knee, front knee pointing forwards, shoulders over hips, drishti focus on the middle finger of your front hand. Lowering into Theta Parshvakonasana, right elbow over the right leg, left arm reaching up and over, whole left side of the body stretches. And from here, lowering your left hand down, left knee onto the floor, right hand, right hip, inhaling the left arm up, exhaling, hooking the left hand over the right knee, looking over your right shoulder for Padavitra Parshvakonasana, kneeling twist. You can also hook your left elbow over the right knee, pressing your hands together in prayer, trying to bring a straight line from your top elbow to the bottom, looking up towards the sky, maybe even lowering that left hand down, right arm up. Preparing to come out of the pose, planting your hands down on the floor, stepping back to high plank, inhale. Exhaling, knees, chest, chin towards the ground. Sliding forward for Cobra Bhujangasana. You can also do upward facing dog, thighs off the floor, arms straight. Pressing back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Taking your 3 nice, long, deep breaths here. Trying to bounce your head closer towards the floor, looking towards your thighs, your navel. Now stepping the right foot forward, left knee down. Left foot forward to meet the right, fold over, Uttanasana. Again, trying to release any tension in the back of the neck. Maybe wrapping the arms around the legs, bending your knees as much as you have to rest your chest on your thighs. Pressing your feet into the ground, slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time. And inhaling the arms up and over your head, bringing them back to prayer in front of the chest. Coming back to your intention, coming back to your breath. And so now this marks the ending of the Shiva Namaskara series, beginning now to transition towards the standing balancing postures, inhaling the arms up and over the head, and then folding over towards the left side, stretching the right side of the body here in a variation of Tadasana. I like to think of this also like a banana-shaped pose. So just bouncing a few times here to stretch out, coming back to neutral, inhale. As you exhale, folding over to the other side, stretching out the left side of the body here, breathing into that space created in between the left side of the ribs here. Coming back to neutral, inhale, exhaling to release the hands by your side, shaking it out. Transitioning now towards a pose called Vrikshasana. I like to think of this also as a preparation for dancer's pose. So holding onto your right foot with the right hand, balancing on your left leg here. Inhaling, reaching that left arm up towards the sky, left side of the body nice and long. Find your drishti, your focus, on a point in front of you that's not moving. Hold it here for a few deep breaths. Slowly release, shaking out the arms, shaking out the legs, preparing to do that same thing on the other side. So balancing now on the right leg, holding onto the left foot with the left hand, making sure your entire weight has transferred over towards the left. The right foot, the right leg, reaching that right arm up towards the sky. After a few deep breaths, slowly releasing the arms, releasing the legs, shake it out. So from here, we'll be practicing a pose called Shashankasana, or rabbit pose. So you'll be placing your knees on the ground, top of your head on the floor. So make sure that it is the very top of your head, not the forehead, the top of the head that you're placing on the floor, tucking your chin towards the chest. Then you'll be reaching your arms towards your heels, hands towards your heels, Imagine these are the ears, the long ears of a rabbit, and your head is burrowing into the ground. Feel free to close your eyes here and just practice getting used to that feeling of being upside down. Once you're done, slowly release, finding yourself in child's pose for a few deep breaths. And then preparing now to transition into Ardha Chaturanga, easy shoulder stand pose. Lifting your lower back off the floor, keeping your neck nice and neutral. Legs can be at an angle here, maybe even bending the knees. So long as your legs, your feet are over your head, you're already getting a lot of the benefits of the pose. Again, inviting you to close your eyes here to just try and turn inwards now. Not worrying so much about what the pose looks like on the outside, and simply trying to feel it from the inside. Once you're done, transitioning into Halasana plow pose. Continuing to support your lower back with your hands, simply lowering your knees down towards your forehead, stretching out the lower back here. Hold for a few breaths, trying to lower your feet down over your head, holding it here for a few deep breaths. You may even decide to point the feet if that feels good, stretching out the top half of the feet here. Preparing to come out of the pose, straightening the arms, hooking the thumbs on top of each other, pressing the hands down, slowly unrolling one vertebrae at a time until the legs land on the floor. Adjusting yourself as needed, preparing for Matsyasana fish pose. Lifting the heart, the chest off the floor and rolling onto the top of your head again, trying to look at the wall behind you, stretching out the throat and neck area. Noticing how the heart becomes the highest, most receptive part of the body here. And trying to breathe into this space now, inhaling into that heart space, feeling the lungs expand. And as you exhale, imagine the breath escaping from every pore of your skin. Come out of the pose, like the chin towards the chest, releasing the arms by your side, taking a moment here. So preparing now to move towards Setu Bandhasana or bridge pose. So pulling the feet close to the hips, about hip width distance apart, lifting the hips off the floor. So for some, you may be able to hold on to your heels with your hands, or you may interlace your fingers, arms straight, rolling the shoulder blades closer together. You may even support your lower back with your hands. Really pressing your feet into the earth here, lifting up through the thighs, pulling your upper chest closer towards your chin. Again, holding here for a few deep breaths. And once you're done, slowly lowering the hips down towards the floor. Perhaps hugging the knees towards the chest, rocking gently from side to side, just massaging the lower back with the cushion of your mat here. Whenever you're ready, lowering your feet down again, about hip width distance apart. Transitioning now to Sukha Urdhva Dhanurasana, or easy upward facing bow. Whenever you're ready, rolling onto the top of your head, placing your hands down towards the floor, fingers pointing towards your feet. And then holding here again for a few deep breaths. Strong arms, strong legs. Not too much weight on the head is there for support. Most of the strength coming from your arms and legs. Whenever you're done, slowly lowering down, hugging the knees towards the chest again. Giving yourself a nice rock side to side. Maybe even forwards and back here, really using the floor to massage all the major muscles along your back. And once you've done that a few times, continuing to lay on your back here, transitioning now to Supha Padangustasana on our backs. Left leg is straight, hugging your right knee close to the side of your body. And whenever you're ready, stretching that right leg straight, trying to pull your forehead closer towards your right knee. You may bend your left knee for support here. Just really using your core to pull up. And also maybe relaxing your head down towards the floor, continuing to hug that right leg close to your body. Breathe into any area of your body that might feel tight. Every exhale, allow it to release, allow it to soften and let go. And from here, preparing now to open that right leg out towards the side. Left hand on the left hip to stop yourself from rolling over. You can hold on to your right big toe here with the peace fingers of your right hand. You can also bend that right leg, right knee, holding the right knee with your right hand. Just finding a variation that works for you here. Whenever you're ready, slowly pulling that right leg back to center, releasing it down by your side, noting perhaps any changes, any variances between the legs here. And preparing now to do the same thing on the other side, hugging the left knee close to the left side of your body, compressing the major organs here. And stretching that left leg straight, pulling the forehead towards your front leg, your left leg. You may also bend the right knee, the other leg here for support. Slowly lowering the head down. Continuing to breathe into the stretch here for a few moments. Maybe lifting that head one more time to touch the knee. And slowly releasing the head down. Preparing to open up your leg towards the left side. Holding onto your left big toes here with your left peace fingers. Holding the right hip down in place with your right hand. Again, you may bend your left knee, holding onto your left knee with your left hand. Breathing here for a few moments. Trying to do the same variations you did as the first side. Whenever you're ready, slowly pulling that left knee back to center, left leg back to center, and releasing it down towards the floor. Noticing again any shifts in the lower half of the body. And then from here, slowly rolling over onto your side, onto your left side to begin with, bringing a slight bend towards your bottom knee. And just practicing raising your top leg up towards the sky for a few times. So this will help us prepare for Vashisthasana, our side plank in the Dharma 2 and Dharma 3 series. And preparing to do that same thing on the other side, lying down on the right side of our body this time, bringing a slight bend to that bottom leg, lifting that left leg up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whenever you're ready, slowly rolling over onto your back. Inhaling, reaching the arms up and over your head. And as you exhale, shooting forward, trying to touch your toes with your hands. Deep forward fold here, Paschimottanasana. So in Dharma Yoga, we like to bend our knees to begin with, pulling your toes towards your hips. So just like we did standing up, bending your knees as much as you have to keep your chest resting on your thighs. And as soon as you feel like your back begins to curve, pause there, readjust yourself, and then begin to tuck your forehead, your chin towards your legs again, without losing that contact between your chest and your thighs. So the goal here is to really focus on lengthening the spine as opposed to stretching out the back of your legs. Of course, if you're able to come all the way down towards the floor with your legs straight, chest continuing to rest on the thighs, spine long and straight, feel free to go there. And breathe into the space for a few more breaths. Whenever you're ready, slowly coming up to release. Preparing now for easy tabletop pose, Sukha Purvottanasana. So lifting the knees, the hips, the shoulders off the floor. Strong arms, strong legs, trying to look at the wall behind you. So straight line from your shoulders through your hips towards your knees. Imagining yourself like a tabletop here. Hold. And slowly lowering your hips back down towards the floor. Transitioning into Sukha Navasana, easy boat pose. So lifting your legs off the floor, you can keep your knees bent here, stretching your arms forward. And then beginning to pump the breath really quickly in and out through the nose. Bhastrika breathing. You can also straighten your legs. You can also hold the back of your legs. Whenever you're ready, slowly release. Give yourself a nice squeeze here. So preparing again to move into easy tabletop pose, bringing your hands behind you, fingers pointing towards your feet, lifting your hips off the floor. You can also pump the breath here, really quickly in and out through the nose, Bhastrika breathing. Slowly lowering the hips down towards the floor. Giving yourself a nice big squeeze. Preparing now to set up for a pose called Janu Shirshasana. So stretching out the left leg, right foot pressing in towards the inside of your left thighs, folding forward here. Trying to reach your forehead towards your left knee. Hands reaching towards your front foot, your left foot. To relax the back of your shoulders here, resting your elbows on the floor if you can. Whenever you're ready, inhaling to lift the upper body off the floor. And preparing to do that same thing on the other side, stretching out the right leg, pressing the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Inhaling the arms up and over your head, folding over your front leg, your right leg. Trying to pull your forehead towards your front knee, reaching your hands towards your front foot. Breathing into this space. Whenever you're ready, slowly release, lifting your upper body off the floor. Setting up now for Tadasana, star pose. So pressing the soles of your feet together, bring a nice distance between your feet and your pelvis. Knees out towards the side, creating socks with your hands and wrapping them around your feet. Folding over, reaching your forehead towards your thumbs, towards your front feet. Elbows out towards the side, forming the corners of the star. And allowing yourself to rest here for a few deep breaths. Whenever you're ready, lifting yourself off the floor, finding yourself in Mlasana, yogi squat. So using your elbows to separate the knees, hands in prayer in front of your chest. Imagining a nice long rod or rope from the base of your spine all the way through to the top of your head. You may close your eyes here, noticing how, as you inhale, your chest rises up to meet your thumbs. And as you exhale, the chest falls away from your thumbs. Allowing the lower body, the hips here, to hang heavy towards the floor as your spine continues to lift up higher. And then from here, finding yourself in Bhujangasana, lying down on your belly, hands underneath the shoulders. Slowly inhale, peeling the upper body off the floor, pressing the thighs, the tops of the feet down. And exhaling and curling yourself back down towards the floor. So repeating this process again, slowly inhale, lifting up, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4. Inhaling again, 2, 3, 4. And then feeling the strength of your spine here as you lift your hands off the floor, hovering there for a few breaths. And then slowly releasing back down, tucking the chin towards the chest. Turning your head to one side, bending the knee. So variation here of Shavasana on your belly. I like to imagine here that I'm giving the world a nice big hug. Preparing to switch sides. Turning your head the other way and bending the other knee. And on this side, you can imagine that the earth is giving you a nice big hug back. And once you're done, preparing to transition towards our next back bend, Dhanurasana, full bow pose on our belly. So kicking your feet into your hands, lifting the upper chest off the floor, rocking forwards and back here, thighs off the floor. So the more you kick into your hands, the easier it is to stay up here. Kicking hard one last time, then slowly releasing back down towards the floor, turning your cheek to one side. Rest here. Preparing now for Shalabhasana, locust pose, lifting the arms, the legs off the floor nice and straight. You may also interlace your fingers, really pulling your shoulders back here, trying to lift your thighs as high up off the floor as you can. And release, turning your cheek the other side. You may sway the hips a little here, releasing any tension in the lower back. And whenever you're ready, slowly pressing back into child's pose here, Balasana. So preparing now for the final twists. Ardha Matsindrasana. Left leg is straight. Right knee is bent with your right foot on the outside of your left leg. Right hand supporting your back. Hooking your left arm over your right leg, looking over your right shoulder. With every exhale, twisting the belly deeper into the thigh. And whenever you're ready, slowly release, giving yourself a little counter twist towards the left. And preparing to switch sides. Left knee is bent, left foot on the outside of your right leg. Left hand supporting your back, hooking your right elbow this time over your left leg, looking over your left shoulder. Again, with every exhale, trying to twist your belly deeper into the thigh. And whenever you're ready, slowly release, giving yourself a little counter twist towards the other side, shaking out the legs, and preparing now to settle into our final, most important pose of all, Shavasana. Slowly unrolling yourself down towards the floor, allowing the body to rest completely flat on the floor here, allowing the body to take up as much space as it needs, maybe even more space than you think you need. Feet dangling naturally towards the sides, palms facing up. If you haven't already released the breath, feel free to take a deep inhale in, exhaling out. 2 more times, deeply inhale in through the nose, not through the mouth. Once more, in through the nose, not through the mouth. Preparing now to switch off each part of our body one by one. Beginning with the left hand. Relax the left hand completely. The left wrist, left elbow, and the left shoulder. Entire left arm completely relaxed. Now the right hand, relaxing the right hand completely. The right wrist, the right elbow, and the right shoulder. Entire right arm completely relaxed here. Bringing awareness now to both of the feet. Relaxing both the feet, the ankles, the knees, and the hips. Entire lower half of the body completely relaxed, completely motionless. Allowing the back to sink deeply here into the floor. Keeping the belly and the chest nice and loose, light, weightless. Relaxing the throat and all the muscles in the face completely relaxed. Just begin to observe yourself as if in deep sleep here, leaving the breath on its own, leaving the body on its own. beginning to deepen your breath, inviting small movements back into your fingers and toes. And on your next inhale, slowly lifting the arms up and over your head, exhaling the knees into the chest, giving yourself a nice squeeze here. And whenever you're ready, slowly rolling over onto your right hand side, taking a moment to rest your head on your lower arm. And whenever you're ready, slowly lifting yourself back up to sit, finding a nice comfortable seat, preparing now to set up for the pranayama part of our practice. Moving through a few rounds of alternate nostril breathing here. So the count we'll be using here in the Dharma 1 sequence is 6, 4, 6. So you'll be placing your left hand on top of your left knee, your right thumb over your right nostril, bending the next 2 fingers, and your right ring finger over the left. So you're going to inhale through the left side for 6, hold for 4, out through the right for 6, and right for 6, hold for 4, back out through the left for 6. In left for 6, hold for 4, out right for 6, in right for 6, hold 4, out left for 6. So to begin, exhale completely, emptying out the lungs. Then through the left, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In left, hold, out right, in, hold, and left, in, hold, out right, in, hold, out left, hold, out right, in, hold, left. Now completely through the left. Release the arms, resting them on your knees. Resume normal breathing here. Just sitting peacefully here now, the final meditation pose or dhyana practice. Holding it here for 2 to 5 minutes if you can. Focusing on the breath. Observing any thoughts like clouds passing through on a windy day. And if you find that your mind begins to wander, simply come back to the breath. Noticing the breath as it enters in through the nostrils and releases back out through the nostrils. Noticing the body rise up on the inhale, softening on the exhale. And once you are done with your practice, once you feel complete, bring the hands together from the heart, bowing your heads in gratitude for this practice, for all the lessons it brings. May we continue to be receptive to the grace for practice, the lessons for practice, always endeavoring to share the benefits of practice with others. Namaste.